Governor. Mr. President, I'm here today to talk about the brave men and women of law enforcement in Montana and across this nation. These men and women, many are my friends, are the best of the best. Montana heroes, literally putting their lives on the line every day to protect our families, our moms, our dads, our kids. And they don't do it for the pay or the accolades. They do it to serve their communities, to keep us safe. Because the men and women wearing that badge accept that every time they leave home to go to their shift and give their loved ones a kiss goodbye, they may never come back home. That is courage. My home county sheriff, Gallatin County, Montana, Sheriff Brian Gutkin, just a little over a week ago, we had a huge, massive wildfire that struck the Bridgers just north and east of Bozeman, in my hometown for 56 years. Huge plumes of smoke, great big fire, 11,000 acres. They rushed into the fire and evacuated the residents there. 28 homes were destroyed. Not a single person lost their life. And I can tell you why. Because it was the actions of the Gallatin County Sheriff's Department, the firefighters, and other agencies. This courage is something we should celebrate every day. This is something we should defend every day, including right here on the floor of the United States Senate. But sadly, some people have other ideas. And the way that members of our law enforcement are being treated right now around this country is atrocious. It's disturbing. Just this past weekend, 2 members of LA's law enforcement, a man and a woman, were ambushed while sitting in their car, shot point blank. Many of you have seen the horrifying videos. And if that wasn't sickening enough, to see that there were violent protesters storming the hospital that they were being treated at and chanting, "Let them die." There are no words to describe the outrage of what's happening here. This anti-police rhetoric is beyond dangerous, and those who support it should be ashamed of themselves. They should be publicly condemned by every senator, every representative, every governor across this great country. In fact, just this year, 37 officers have been killed. By the way, that's more than a 20% increase over the same time last year. Because being a police officer in this country is more dangerous than ever before. I'm having the private conversations with members of law enforcement, our peace officers, men and women, who will quietly tell you that it is difficult to continue to serve in this environment where they're not getting the support of their elected officials. I'll tell you, they're getting the support of our communities in many cases, though. But where's the outrage being expressed by those who are elected to serve? And how are these heroes repaid? Cities and towns across our country, including Montana's very own city of Missoula, are talking about reducing their budgets, proposing abolishment in some areas, abolishment of police departments. That talk is crazy. We had some of this crazy talk in Montana. There were some of our communities who were looking to take school resource officers out of our schools. They were looking to slash budgets. And thankfully, the community rose up. And they pushed back. And in most cases have stopped it. But that's happening right in Montana in some communities. And the senators standing before you today will not accept it. We should not be defunding the police. We should be defending them. And to my Democratic colleagues who support defunding these American heroes, these Montana heroes, you should be ashamed. Because I will always back the blue.